Did you know there are toxins quietly hiding away in your bath and beauty products, in the products that you use to clean your bathroom? Today we're going to find a better alternative for some of the things you're using. In fact, for the whole month of July, I'll be focusing on 4 different products that you can make a switch out with. They're easy to make and they're simple. So today our recipe is going to be for bath bombs. Now I'll give you the recipe, but if you want to see it in written form, be sure to check the link at the bottom of the video to look at my Substack called Bread and Barnyard. You'll find all of my recipes there. You can find me on Facebook, and there will be a link on my Facebook, the Return Homestead, that will lead you to all of these recipes if you're interested. But I'll give you a verbal. To make these bath bombs, it takes 4 separate ingredients. Well, okay, 5. But you're going to use 1 cup of baking soda. Now, baking soda tends to clump, so you want to make sure you sift that. It also takes a 1/2 cup of citric acid. It takes 1/2 cup of Epsom salts. Now, you want the finely ground Epsom salts. You can use either cornstarch or arrowroot powder, but if you use cornstarch, make sure you get the non-genetically modified cornstarch. And you're going to use 3/4 cups of that. The next thing you're going to use is a cold press almond oil. You can substitute that with a coconut oil. Coconut seems to be a little bit more drying, and what we're trying to do is circumvent the drying nature of the sun because we're out in the garden all day. So I'm using almond oil, or you can use jojoba oil, whatever your favorite is. I'm using sweet almond oil, and it is therapeutic grade. If you're not sensitive to different scents, and please don't use fragrances, and I'll explain that in a little bit. I'm using a lavender essential oil. I can also use eucalyptus. I use that a lot of times in the winter time. It helps to open up your respiratory system. And if you are a morning bath person, you might even add a little peppermint oil. It tends to wake you up. For this recipe, we're going to go ahead and add the sifted baking soda. We're going to add our cornstarch and Epsom salts, and then my citric acid. And you're going to want to mix this together real well. Some of the toxins you find in your household are irritants, they're carcinogenic, they cause endocrine disruption, they cause headaches, asthma, behavior problems in children. These are all things that they've been putting into our bath, beauty, nail polish, bathroom cleaners, lotions, hairspray. Those are all things that we're putting in our environment that are working like a great big cocktail and making us sick. You want to eliminate these things, especially if you are suffering from any health issue. So I started by eliminating fragrances first and found that my husband's chronic migraines that used to go for 2 weeks, sometimes a month, almost disappeared. My asthma got better. We felt better. And knowing our air was clean, maybe it was in our head. We don't know. But we do know it worked. So what I want to do is limit our exposure as much as I can. Next, we're going to look at formaldehyde. And yes, it's in our bath and beauty products. It's also in our cleaning products. It will affect your throat, your respiratory system. It's a carcinogen, and they know it. It also is corrosive. The next thing that we find in bath and beauty products and cleaning products in your bathroom are phthalates. Now, there's been a lot of discussion on this. We know they're not good for us, but they put it in our perfumes, nail polish again, skin products, lotions. They are known to cause endocrine disruption, decrease fertility, in young girls. It will also cause early puberty. And the age of girls going through puberty these days has fallen substantially over the last 30 years. Do the research on that. So you want to eliminate anything with phthalates in it. And a lot of your products, if you're going to buy them, will say phthalate free. So look for those products. They are out there, or make your own. And the last thing I want to talk about is when you buy your bath and beauty products or even your cleaning products, what are they packaged in? Usually it's plastic. We at the Return Homestead want to eliminate the massive use of plastic that we have here. If you make your own, the plastic isn't there. I store all my things in glass bottles. I don't use plastic. So I've got this all mixed in well. And that's basically what you want to do. Now we're going to add almond oil. Now, because I'm putting almond oil in this, the bathtub can get a little slick. So please be careful. If you're concerned about this and you're making this size of a bath bomb, break it in half. But this is what nourishes the skin. My skin gets super dry when I'm out working in the sun. Even though it's early in the morning, it still dries my skin out. And if I put a bath bomb in my bath water in the evening, it helps to nourish my skin and make it soft. It's like having a spa in your own home. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to mix that in. And it doesn't need to be perfect. It gets crumbly, like you're putting butter into a flour mixture. I use lavender essential oil. I don't use fragrances. You can use any combination of essential oils that you want, or you can leave it unscented. It's totally up to you. This is what makes it great. Like I said, it's a spa treatment for you. And it's about 30 drops of fragrance, although I don't measure anything, really. And you can adjust this, and you're going to mix that in. Now, once you get this all mixed in, you're going to add witch hazel. Oh. The smell in here is wonderful. It's like we're in a lavender field. But now I'm going to add the witch hazel. I keep my witch hazel in a spray bottle, and the reason why is when you go to spray this into your mixture, you don't want it to prematurely fizz. You just want it to be wet enough that when you grab the mixture, it holds together in your fist. So you'll add a little spray at a time, and you'll see it start fizzing. It's okay. You don't need to worry about that. And just keep mixing. So you're going to just continue mixing this until you can make it form a ball. Now I'm going to test this, and as you can see, it's not ready. You're just going to keep spraying. It takes a little patience. So what kind of things are you currently buying that you would like to swap out? Now, it's not even smart to ditch and switch all products at once. Nobody can afford that. But you can focus on one thing, one item that you're currently purchasing, and ditch that and find an alternative for it, like fragrances. You can find unscented products all over. You can make your own. But anything with a fragrance, especially if you have asthma or migraines, get it out of your house. So when we moved, I ditched all that stuff. We didn't bring it with us. We didn't want it here. I didn't want to have to dispose of the plastic bottles. I didn't want to have to dispose of the chemical concoction that I had paid good, honest money for. We like to try and live a simple life. We don't want to complicate things. That only makes one person rich and the rest of us sick. So we want to get these things out. We came out here to get away from the system, to not have to put the stress on our bodies and our environment with the cocktail they've been serving to us for years. Unscrewed. So what you're looking for is that you don't have any obviously powdery stuff. You want it to have a texture similar to this. And when you pick it up in your fist, it holds its shape. Now I'm using food grade silicone, and silicone is generally non-toxic. You can use a mold like this. You can get real pretty molds, like they have some with flowers, so that when you press them into the mold, it looks like a flower when you pop it out. You can use silicone cupcake holders. You can buy bath bomb molds. The problem with those is you're right, they're plastic. You don't want them. And you're simply going to just start pressing this in. Now once these are all pressed in, I usually try to dress them up a little bit. So this particular recipe made 9 bath bombs. And I'm just going to tidy them up by pressing a measuring cup into the mold so they're not all crumbly on top. And you're going to set this aside for at least 24 hours. 48 is better. And when they're totally hardened, they're ready to use. Now, once you pop them out of the mold, you're going to want to store them in an airtight container. I don't use plastic, so what I use is a crock or a mason jar, like a half gallon or a gallon jar, and I put a cute little label on it and it sits on the side of my tub. I usually break one of these things in half, and so this will actually make 18 for me. So I hope you'll start to detox your environment, and if you're having problems with these chemicals, let me know down in the comments. Be sure to scroll down below the video and you'll find a link to these recipes and all my other recipes in the future. We also put our videos out on Rumble. Give it a try. I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. It helps push us out to people who are interested in living a pure and simple life. And until we see you next time, thank you, God bless, and bye-bye. And one more thing. Happy birthday, America.